keeping it real. Stay focused. Told you.
Blakk Rasta, you are a citizen vigilante. Are you run the whole Ghana? Blakk Rasta, social commentator. You come to liberate Mama Africa. Blakk Rasta, me say your thing mad. Or sad you for say that.
They are coming to trick your mind. Get your vote in kind. When they win, they say bye-bye. And when you're down, they pass you by. They are coming again. Why, election time. They will come and I see them coming. Trying to get my thumbprint. This is Sheriff Garland, I say what? More fire.
Your hot then your hot what that dang and God then your hot then your hot what that dang. This is the voice of the Patriot where we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, it will only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. In our daily editorial today, we have some very important things to look at, and I need you to come along. Now, the very first story we are looking at today is taken from My Joy Online. And it says, and I read, residents of Amasamai Obeyeye protest over worsening road conditions. And I read, residents of Amasamai Obeyeye have staged a protest over the deteriorating condition of roads in the community, demanding urgent government intervention to restore access and improve mobility. Scores of demonstrators gathered in the area to express frustration over what they describe as years of neglect, which have left the road network in a deplorable state. And the residents say the poor road conditions have made transportation increasingly difficult, affecting daily commuting, business operations, and access to essential services such as healthcare and education. According to them, sections of the road have become nearly impassable, especially during rainy periods, further worsening the economic and social impact on the community. The protesters are calling on relevant authorities to prioritize the rehabilitation of the roads, warning that continued neglect could deepen hardship and further isolate the area. They insist that urgent action is needed to improve connectivity and support local livelihoods, which depend heavily on reliable transport infrastructure. All right. It is the right of citizens to go out there and demonstrate. It is the right of citizens to make their worries and problems known to the government that they voted for. My brother, my sister, now these people decided that they would go out there and demonstrate. To God be the glory, it was very peaceful. I don't see anybody even holding placards. They are just drawing the attention of the government to something very important. It's almost like saying, you know what? We love this government. We voted for this government. It is time for you to look our direction. We know you are busy. Sometimes it takes people like us to come over to you and remind you that we are still in the kitchen and we feel the heat. Congratulations to the peaceful people of Amasaman. But may I ask a few questions? For how long have these roads been that bad? If these roads were bad from the days of Nana Addo and beyond, did they ever demonstrate in that region? Yes, they did. How many times did they demonstrate? Do they have an NP in the area? Do they have an assemblyman in the area? What have these people said? Because when they are coming for elections, they come to you. The assemblyman is closer to you than even the MP. The MP is closer to you than the president. Are these people aware? The question is yes. Why would the people have to demonstrate over and over before something has to be done for them? If the funds are not available yet, can this not be communicated to the assemblymen and the MPs so they could sit the people down and say, you know what? We don't have the cash to do it now, but we're going to raise money, internally generated funds. This is how we're going to do it. We will work with our bylaws and say, all the cars that pass here, we're going to take a certain amount of money from them. It doesn't matter how many times you pass here. Once you are on this road, even once, we give you a ticket that will last you for 1 month. We'll take some money from you to build the roads. Is it acceptable? I think it should. If government is taking too long to build these roads, community members can, with permission from government, do some of these things to be able to fix the roads. Once we are able to raise the money, we look for highways to come and professionally deal with this. My brother, my sister, that is not to hold brief for the government in power. It is the duty of the government to fulfill our needs. But let us be fair to the government in power. The government is not going to be able to fulfill every need. Priorities would have to be set. If this is not one of the priorities, how can government deal with it outside its budget? These are the things we all need to look at. We have the bus stop boys. They are not being paid. They go out there, risk their lives in these dirty, worm-infested gutters. They clean up the whole place. Some of them go home with things worse than Qatar. Qatar is simple. Some of them see things that will not let them eat food for the next 1 year. There are some things you see and you lose appetite. Is it true or it's false? When you live in a country where people have no respect for common decorum, then you have a problem. My brother, my sister, what has worsened the condition of the roads is the flood. What happened when we had the flood? Two reasons. Heavy, unprecedented downpour in a long while. Two, our own dirty attitudes. The drainage systems have been choked because we throw a lot of bad things in there. In the interim, please chase your assemblymen. Put pressure on your MPs. Tell them they need to respond to you. But when you live in a country where people follow assemblymen for chop, how can you go after them and put pressure on them to build your roads? No. You go there, they'll give you gobe to eat, and you go quiet for the next 1 million years. You won't even think about your roads. Priority, decorum. Put some value on yourselves. When you run after an MP that you have employed to give you food to eat, do you normally look at the salary of the MP? Do you know how much the MP in Ghana receives? 1 million people are running after one MP to give them food to eat. Where is he going to get the food? Is he going to steal? Now, when there is the need for the needful to be done, you can't go to your NP because he's bribed you already with gobe. Gobe eaters. If you run after your MP and you eat gobe, remember that you will lose the opportunity to be invited to eat fufu and akrantie. Who do fufu ni akrantie akoji gobe? Those who are ready to eat the fufu and akrantie, when they gather, you will be alienated because you have danced yourself lame when the main dance was yet to come. Mr. President, much as I understand that there's so much work, the incompetent, irresponsible 8-year regime of Nana Addo and Bawumia crippled the whole nation. I know you are trying to fix that. Please, activate your MPs and your assemblymen. Let them not be armchair assemblymen and MPs. Some of them, they only get active in election years. The moment they win, you don't even see them in the constituency. They won't come there. I spoke with an MP years back and he told me, hey, Rasta, hey, Charlie, if you go this, me, I know if you go my constituency until I have 1 million Ghana cedis. The moment they hear say I come, even if it be night where I dodge enter my house, it dey like them be witches and wizards. Everybody knows say I come. The following morning, Anabo, hey Anabo, who the anyamishra? Anabo, who the usra pa? Anabo, Anabo, Charlie mindidi yo. Charlie me yiri yari o, me ba yari o, me chono kraba, me chono aba, Anabo, me koko nuso apayo, Anabo, all kinds of diseases would be heard by this honorable as if he was a doctor. Those who are inviting him to weddings are also there. Funerals are also there. And those who just want him to visit their homes so people will see that they are big guys are also there. He would not be able to satisfy all this. It's not an excuse not to visit your constituency, but be firm. No firm MP is ever returned to parliament in Ghana. Never. They all, in fact, compromise so that they can return to parliament. An MP who builds all the roads in his constituency, he gives water to everybody, gets jobs for people in the area, will still be voted out because he didn't attend Kwame Eje's funeral. Because he didn't attend Nana Mpempenso could be the first funeral. They will not bring him back into parliament because Mensa went there looking for money for his sick wife and MP said he had no money. Stupid reasons. my Ghanaian people would apply in order to remove good people. Ras Mubarak was an MP, Kumbungu. They voted him out. 2 reasons. I spoke with him. I don't have his permission to say this, but I'm going to say it. If he gets angry, or no Ras Mubarak told me that in his constituency, some 2 men came to him and said they wanted to do some business and they wanted him to help them do the business. He asked them what the business was and he thought it was a good idea. So he said, okay, I will invest in this business, but let me know what will be my dividends. If I invest in this business, let me know how much would I get back. They said they will go and come. They never returned. They rather went to the constituency telling people this is a wicked MP. We came to him to help us do business. He was asking us how much we would give him when the business thrives. We want you to give us free money to go and do business. You too, you want to be part of the business. Can you imagine? They want free money, seed money to go and do business, as if they were putting money in the pockets of the MP. One reason. Number 2, Ras Mubarak was very active in the marijuana fight in the Parliament House. You know what they said? We didn't take you to Parliament to go and smoke weed. We didn't take you to Parliament to go and fight for weed. We took you to Parliament to give us water, to give us roads, to give us free money, to give us employment, not to fight for weed. You see how ignorant people can be and stupid sometimes. The weed that Ras Mubarak was fighting for, a lot of you could have planted the weed in your area, which will grow into the best weed in the whole world. Your constituency will become the headquarters of weed. Ntampi. You know how many tourists will come there just to sit down there and do whatever? Do you know how much fertilizer, natural fertilizer, this will be injecting into your soils? Do you know how much money you would make independent of the MP? But stupid people always think about what they will eat today. They have no common sense to think about tomorrow. That is the problem I have with a lot of Ghanaians. No young lady is ready for a man who has nothing in his pockets today. Even if they see that in 5 years, this young man is going to own a whole gold mine. No. There be in my days, they will say, there be a penusia. They will nickname all the people who are showing them love. The men. There be a. How many young ladies are ready for young men who don't have it now? In my days, young women used to sponsor guys. They will take you out and buy you food to eat, to have enough energy, so that in the night you can do good work. Hallelujah. Today, Debbie, they see even the bedroom work to be a service. You must pay for it through. At the end of the day, you want to find out what the problem is. We are a nation that is not ready for investment. Didi Prekufo. I can foresee Didi Preku. Didi da sini Didi Preku. Anna. Yes. Didi da sini Didi Preku. Some people want to eat it all today. They meet a guy. He takes them out. Hey, the food they have not eaten in the past 6 million years, they want to eat it. Me, I want pizza. Please, can you buy me lasagna? Oh, please, my iPhone 20, my iPhone 66. Oh, my wig. Yeah, my wig. And my friend also wants iPhone 20. my mother is sick. Tomorrow is my birthday. Hey, This young man is not going to return. Even if he gives you everything, then you start calling him. Now that you've gotten what you wanted. Say babium. Say me mema de sana mutie. Munya de amupeno. Yepedi. Mutondi. What are you selling? What are you offering? That translates so much into our culture. We are not ready for investment. How many Ghanaians are ready for investment? How many Ghanaians are ready to even take employment opportunities? No, they want quick money. When they come, they will start by praying for you and praising you. Right after that, meyiriare, mebano se minchia onukra hospital. That's all they are interested in. Can we start a nation that respects investment? Can we start a nation that is patriotic? Can we look into these aspects seriously? If we are ready for the dida, we won't chase our MPs and ask them for peanuts. Do you agree with me? If we decide that we are ready to go hungry today so we can reap bountifully tomorrow, that is investment. We will never be greedy about what we have today and what we don't have today. The roads have to be built. But you have already gone to your MP to take Gobe. How can you go to him now that Fufu and Akrante would be on the table? I'm speaking tongue in cheek. I'll leave it here. Now, my brother, my sister, another thing I would like to look at is here. And I'm going to be very brief on this. It's also from My Joy Online. And it says, Accra court remands man over alleged 144,000 fraud in travel visa scheme. May I read this? An Accra Circuit Court has remanded Vincent Apeto, an unemployed man, into lawful custody after he pleaded guilty to fraudulently spending 114,000 entrusted to him for travel purposes. Apeto, charged with fraudulent breach of trust, will reappear before the court on July 8, 2026 for sentencing. Police recovered 35,000 cedis, leaving an outstanding balance of 79,000 Ghana cedis. Prosecuting Inspector Frank Morgan Dovi told the court, presided over by Mr. Joseph Y. Kunsung, that the complainant, whose name was withheld, is a secretary residing at Ablekuma, while Apeto lives at Bubuashi, both in Accra. The prosecution said the complainant and Apeto, who were then in a romantic relationship, listen to it attentively, they were doing lovey-lovey and living together, planned to travel to Holland and contacted a travel agent identified as Razak, who facilitated the process. According to the prosecution, the travel agent advised them to increase the balance in their bank account to improve their chances of obtaining visas. The court held that because Apeto was unemployed, the complainant secured a loan from a relative and between September 24, 2024 and February 17, 2025, deposited money into his EcoBank account, which also gave part of the money to Apeto and other persons to deposit into the same account, bringing the total amount deposited to 114,000 Ghana cedis. The prosecution said Apeto secretly obtained an ATM card linked to the account, and between September 25, 2024 and February 17, 2025, withdrew all the money, including the complainant's 114,000 Ghana cedis, without her knowledge. To prevent the complainant from discovering the withdrawals, Apeto allegedly obtained a checkbook for the account and deliberately concealed it in their room. The complainant occasionally inspected the checkbook and believed the funds remained intact because it had not been used. Apeto later obtained a bank statement to support his visa application, but the application was refused because of errors on the visa application forms. When the complainant subsequently requested the 114,000 Ghana cedis, she discovered that the money had been withdrawn and spent. She reported the matter to the police in August 2025, leading to Apeto's arrest. So not even the love relationship, the sleeping together, kissing and waking up every morning to say, darling, I love you, I will die for you, for better, for worse. Not even that stopped the young lady from going to the police, and Apeto will end up in jail. My brother, my sister, why I chose this story is not the lovey part. Look, I am in the media space. There are two things a lot of people come to complain to me about. If it is not land issues, then it is about traveling. Somebody has scammed them, and so on and so forth. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, almost everybody wants to run out of Ghana. Even the president, maybe if he gets the chance, he would run out of this country and go and live in America. Where is Ken Oforiatta? The man who was reading the Bible to us. The man who was telling us everything we needed to hear. Oh, eh? My brother, my sister, when they steal our money, their safe haven is outside the nation. It takes patriotism to stay in this country. Go to the American embassy. Even mosquitoes and cockroaches in Ghana are fed up with our blood. They all want to run to America and suck white people's blood. Maybe eat pizza as well. How many of us don't want to travel? Tell me. The average Ghanaian, when he hears that there's a visa somewhere, 99% of all the people who go to the spiritual churches are going there for two things: marriage and also visa. True? If it's false, tell me I'm lying. They are not going there for employment. How many people go to church because they want employment? Prayer request. Go and look at the prayer request. Out of the 5,000 that came, 4,999, they want marriage and they want to travel. Only one person is praying for the cancer that he has to go away. People have cancer. When they ask them for prayer requests, they don't write the cancer. They want to travel and go and die in America. How many people have in their will that when they die, they should be buried in America? Inferiority complex, lack of patriotism. Stay in your country and build it. Go back to your country. Go back and fix your country. Go back. Ne? Yabo, go back. We don't need you in South Africa. Go back and fix your country. Go back. Have you fixed your country? If the Americans didn't fix their country, you lazy asshole, you want to go live in America? Blood clot. You want to go live in England? The people in England, if they didn't build England, would you, dirty... Cool down, Blakk Rasta, easy. Dirty person like you want to go live in America? You want to go live in Japan? If they didn't fix their countries, would you go there? Stay and fix your country, asshole. Stay and fix your country. Let me tell you that. Nobody wants to stay and fix the country. They are always looking for a way to travel out and run away. And when they travel out, in no time, they realize that no. In the words of, what's the name, Calibos, my young Kosiade. My opponent.
Yabo!
This is the African historic class. Now, before the onset of the alarm clock, the African black cock was our most trusted alarm clock. It would crow at the right time, not 1 minute late, not 1 second early, waking up not only the master or the mistress who fed it, but the rest of the community to be up and doing. Yet when the festivities came, we assassinated the African black cock and served his corpse on our plates, which we proudly called food. This is the African historic class with a big fat, thick, tall, standing erect and very hairy every morning like the Siddar of Lebanon, surrounded by the beautiful blue blistering pinnacles of lapis lazuli, the African black cock. Now our African proverb for the day is here. It says, and I quote, "Kissing is like drinking salted water. You drink and your taste increases." Kissing is like drinking salted water. You drink and your taste increases. Well, what does this mean? The observation on human desire, warning that experiencing physical or emotional intimacy often intensifies a person's craving for it rather than satisfying it completely. Kissing is not known in the African setting. There is no gainsaying that kissing is basically European. But for some time now, kissing has become the order of the day. A lot of people enjoy kissing. A lot of people feel loved when they are kissed. It has become a symbol of romance in every relationship. When you don't kiss a woman, she doesn't feel loved, even though I have never been a fan of kissing. I grew up in the Zongo, and in order not to make mistakes to bite anybody's tongue, I have never kissed. Kissing is not my thing. But a few young ladies I dated in the past from university coming up, they would insist that you kiss them. I tried once or twice. It didn't work. I didn't really see the need. For me, it's like swallowing saliva. Maybe somebody can teach me better. Swallowing each other's saliva, to be honest with you. But some people love it. Oh, mama kiss here. Oh, until you me crying, oh, mama kiss. You have to kiss. Some can kiss for 3 hours. They kiss. And some like the long ones. When they are kissing, you would think that something is about to explode. Jesus, which is your favorite? The short one? Or the medium one? Or the long one?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Papa J, and I'm a regular student of the African history class. I love the African proverbs, you know. Anoman tua, original.
Yeah, this is Jack Coffee While. We're listening to Blakk Rasta, African history class. We also students here, and we like it. Yeah, more African stories, African history. You see?
The African history class. In fact, Blakk Rasta has brought something new. And this is where we are all listening to our own history. Ghana, Bakwasem, Bibi Mai, Bakwasem, Black, Nyamisha.
2013, at least 42 people were killed in a shooting at a school in Yobe State, right there in Nigeria. Now, my brother, my sister, we are taking you all the way to Ethiopia amongst the Oromo people. They have what is known as the Gada hair and horn taboo. Gada is G-A-D-A-A. G-A-D-A-A. The Gada hair and horn taboo. Now, the Oromo live by a highly sophisticated and democratic social-political calendar system called the Gada, which changes every 8 years. A man's status is the Gada cycle, and the Gada cycle is dictated time after time. A man's status in the Gada cycle dictates exactly how he must interact with nature to preserve his lack. And amongst the Oromo people, lack is Ayana. Men in certain leadership ranks are completely forbidden from cutting their hair for the entire 8-year cycle, allowing it to grow into massive sculpted crowns. Furthermore, when a high-ranking elder dies, they are buried with the horns of their finest bulls placed directly over the grave mound, acting as an antenna to keep their spirit connected to the sky god called Wak. This is what we call the Gada. For 8 years, you are not supposed to cut this, depending on your societal ranking. Some grow into big dreadlocks. 8 years, no baba. And when you die, your bull, they will look for the one with the biggest horns. They will take off the horns after slaughtering the bull and put that on your grave. That is supposed to be an antenna that is going to connect you to the sky god called Wa'ak. Would you want to live amongst the Oromo? So your hair for 8 years at least will not be shaved. You don't pay any baba any money. My brother, my sister, this is Ethiopia.
Luca Production.
And my name is